to the Coliseum here at Murray High School for this edition of High School Rewind, available on the High School Rewind YouTube channel and highschoolrewind.com as the Murray Spartans prepare to host the Kearns Cougars in a Region 6 battle. Thank you for joining us, everyone. Dane Stewart here to bring you tonight's game. Big game for both these two squads coming up for you here tonight on High School Rewind. Let's start by introducing the Kearns Cougars. This is a team that got off to a hot start. They've since hit a little bit of rocky territory, but Coach Cosby has things looking up for the Cougars, winners of 3 straight. They sit at 3-2 in Region 6, and they are led by a really good player in Nick Valles. This is a kid that's averaging over 13 points per ball game. He's been a good find this year in his first year starting for the Cougars, but it's a couple familiar names that really help Nick Valles carry the load for Kearns, and that being Taylor Martellis, a really good three-point shooter. He is second in 4A in assists, and first in 4A in steals. This is a kid that if you're not careful, he'll pick your pocket and take it the other way. Martellis is a stud for the Cougars. And then Kuath. This is a kid that started last year for Kearns. He's third on the team in scoring, good height to him, has some athleticism, and can step out and hit the three as well. He can be a tough guy to deal with. For Coach Cosby, the question is, which team is going to show up for his Kearns Cougars here tonight? If they bring in their A game, it might be a really good test for the Murray Spartans, who are also winners of 3 straight. They sit at 4-1 in Region 6 play. That lone loss coming here to the Olympus Titans. And this is a team that is led by a number of players. It all starts with A.J. Hodges. This is the guy. You could say that he has the Quan, the entire package does A.J. Hodges. He leads this team in points, rebounds, steals, and assists. The BMOC, the big man on campus. Hodges does it all. But great kids around him, including Peyton Chrisman, the second best three-point shooter in 4A, and then guys like Dickerson, who can also light it up from the outside, or a Wall Jasper, who can drive and kick, who's really good in his own right, running the point. This Murray team, all those 4, average over 11 points per ball game. A lot of balance, a lot of kids that can step up on any given night for the Murray Spartans. One of the reasons why they were a preseason pick by many to win a 4A state title. But tonight, the task is trying to beat the Kearns Cougars. As we mentioned, both these two teams looking up at Olympus right now. The winner of this still has a shot at a region title. The loser, it might be tough as we wrap up the first round of going through region play. Well, that's enough for our intro. We're sending you down now to the center circle. Tonight's opening tip coming up next here on High School Rewind. Ready to tip here from Murray High School. The Spartans in their home white and orange uniforms. Kearns in the visiting black and green. For the Cougars, Wada, Buba, Martellis, Kuath, and Hernandez get the start. For Murray, we'll see Dickerson, Hodges, Chrisman, Wall, Jasper, and Jones as this tip controlled by Dickerson for the Spartans. Murray ball to start things off here from the Coliseum. Wall, Jasper, near side with Dickerson. A pump fake, and some of you may be thinking, why is he doing that? Because he can hit that shot. Wall Jasper with the driving kick. Chrisman for 3. Good start for Sparta. As Peyton Chrisman, we talked about it, their best three-point shooter, gets one early on. It's 3-0. Murray out of the gate here early. Far side with Journey Buba. Just a sophomore, played last year as a freshman on that team that went all the way to the state championship game. As a loose ball through the legs of Hodges. What a save by Hodges. Still on the floor. And now it's Chrisman. And numbers for Murray over to Wall Jasper. Finish high, couldn't get it. Chrisman tip does. 5 early points for Peyton Chrisman, and that all started by a gritty play by Hodges to keep that ball in bounds, and then another turnover. Right now, Kearns a little unsettled offensively. Chrisman to drive baseline, and it's blocked away. Martellis came up to get it. Dickerson a kick out, Hodges for 3. A.J. Hodges as he signals to the crowd, another triple. And it's 8-0 Murray. And a quick timeout taken by Coach Cosby. Martellis to run the offense here for Kearns. As Kuath came up to set the screen in the corner. Lazwada passed back out to Martellis. As this is Mikey Hernandez. A drive. Nearly another turnover. Saved by Hernandez. Now he's looking to drive, and that ball out of bounds. They say Hernandez lost it. Spartan basketball. 3 possessions and 3 turnovers for the Cougars. Wall Jasper, high post with Hodges. Being defended by Buba. A.J. Hodges, that one just a 2, but he's off to a good start as he has 5. 10-0. Spartan lead here early on. In the corner with Wada. Hodges, good defense, and he let Wada know it. I got you, says A.J. Wada coming up. Martelis in the corner. Hernandez back to Martelis. Murray right now staying right with these Kearns players. Martelis for 3, count it good. Martelis for 3, and Kearns finally gets that big donut off the board. 5 minutes left here in the opening quarter, and it's 10-3. Talked about Martelis, his ability to shoot the 3. Good cut away from the ball by Dickerson. Gives it to Jones, and that hit the back of the iron, and Kuath with the board for Kearns. Martelis step back. Now Kuath. We said it. He can step out and hit that shot. He did right there, and Kuath with his first points of the night. 6'7" senior, Kuath. Good player, instrumental on that team last year as well. Dickerson from long range, and we've got a foul away from the ball. It will be called on Buba, his first personal. Inbound, Dickerson, a quick shot. His first points of the night. And immediately off the inbound, Dickerson cashes in. High screen, Martelis for 3 again. That shot long. And it's rebounded by Kuath. And then tapped out of bounds off of Murray. Failed to mention Valles checked in just a possession ago, his first appearance in this ball game. As Buba hands off to Martelis. Kuath cutting. Martelis gives it back to him. Good job by this Murray defense, and it was Dickerson who came over on the help as that jumper rims out on Hernandez, and now Hodges pushing it up the floor. Great pass to Dickerson, but he couldn't finish as he hit the floor hard. And now Kearns pushing it the other way. Buba to finish, and he does. Journey Buba, his first points tonight. It was 10-0. It has since been a 7-2 Cougar run as they claw back in this one, approaching 3 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. It's a 12-7 lead. Jones comes up to set the screen. Switch defensively. No one follows Jones, and he finishes easily. Braxton Jones with an easy one down low. A long three-point try, no good. Ball tapped around. Jones able to secure it as that was the first shot from Valles. And he misses it. Hodges, boy, what a nice shimmy move to shake the defender and then finish with the jumper. A.J. Hodges with 7. And again, down quickly the other way. That ball batted out off of Murray. Stays here. Tutu Majoke checks in. That's him. Excuse me, it's not. That's Kuath with the 3. So Kuath with 5 points. None of them from closer than 18 feet. Hodges. Over to Wall Jasper. Martelis defending him. That's going to be a fun battle to watch as a foul picked up here on Martelis as he was trying to recover defensively. Wall Jasper at the line, opportunity for 2 of them. And he goes 1 of 2. He missed that second one. Ball batted around, and it's Jurisic who comes in to keep the possession. He and Lawrence just checked in. Hodges, that ball blocked away by Kuath, and then he stepped out of bounds. Big block by Kuath. Right now, Kearns with Kuath and Majok both in 6-7 and 6-6. They've got an advantage inside if they can get the ball there. They've been kept to the outside for a majority of this first quarter. We have a minute and a half left here. Valles back up top. Valles looking to drive over to Hernandez, and it's Waljasper who's going to get called for the foul here. Thrown up top to Valles. Long three-pointer, good for Valles. His first points tonight. Mentioned he leads them in scoring. Didn't start tonight, but a long three-pointer. And it's 17-13 as we approach 1 minute left here in our opening quarter. Waljasper, Martelly's defending him. Boy, Waljasper thought he had a chance to finish, instead kicked to Hodges. That three-pointer no good, and it's Jones with the offensive board. Back out to Lawrence around the perimeter as Lawrence picks it back up top of the key. Hodges, extra pass, Waljasper. Another three-pointer no good, and another offensive rebound by Braxton Jones. Long possession here for Murray. Jones was calling for it. Waljasper couldn't get him the ball as Hodges will allow Waljasper now to reset with 20 seconds remaining. Clock approaching 10 here. Is Murray looking to take the last shot here of this opening quarter. Hodges to drive, and it's blocked again by Kuath. 2 seconds left, Murray to inbound. It's Hodges who gets it. He just has to throw it up, hits the front of the iron, and the quarter expires. Big Murray lead. The Cougars come back to keep it close. 17-13, Sparta leads. Cougar basketball to start the second quarter. It's Hernandez up top. Lawrence guarding him. Hernandez with a strong drive and a foul. Going to be called here on Lawrence, his first, as Hernandez will head to the line. Hernandez at the line, makes both free throws, and just a 59% free throw shooter on the season. Hernandez with his first points tonight coming from the charity stripe, and look at this. Kearns now trailing by 2. Lawrence, pull up from 15, no good, and it's Martelly's with the rebound. Waljasper, Martelly's leaves them behind and finishes, and the Kearns Cougars trailed 10-0 just 2.5 minutes into this ball game, have tied it up at 17 apiece. So the Murray students trying to inspire the offense. Jurisic, three-point shot no good, and a foul called on Braxton Jones on the board, his first. Hernandez driving in the paint, and that one would not go for Mikey Hernandez. As Hodges pushing it up the floor now. No one picks him up. Has to float that over Kuath and just missed it. You can see that length already making Murray question themselves a couple times here early on, as Martelly's just has to hold that to keep the possession. Valles now thought about the pull-up, but Chrisman was right there. Martelly's three-pointer won't go as Dickerson pulls in the rebound for the Spartans. Crossover, Dickerson, the lane opens up. Talked about his three-point shooting, and he's a good one, but he's a kid who can do just that, not afraid to take it inside. A nice floater that time by the senior Zach Dickerson. Valles for three, front of the iron, and it's Hernandez trying to track it down. Instead, Jurisic does. Dickerson, a long three-pointer, good! Zach Dickerson might have shot that one from Kearns, and it's back to a 5-point Murray lead, 22-17. He's given a fake from that distance before. Kearns hasn't bought it. They probably will now. And now he's calling Hernandez to come at him. How about Dickerson showing some confidence? Chrisman with the steal. Numbers the other way. Dickerson. And that ball may have been blocked again. Hodges for three. A.J. Hodges, 10 points. And Coach Cosby going to take another timeout. Just like in the first quarter. A good start here to the second by the Spartans as their lead up to 8. Wada is checked back in. Buba, entry pass, and Hodges nearly able to steal that one, but he came down out of bounds. Inbounded to Wada. Back to Martelis. Baez working on Chrisman. Boy, tough shot. Couldn't finish it. And it's Dickerson who comes up with the rebound. Zach Dickerson. It's been strong. Step into the three. Good again. He is out of his mind right now. Zach Dickerson now with 10 points. 8 of them coming in the first 3.5 minutes. Hodges with the steal and then a great tackle on Wall Jaspers. He gets up holding his hip. Jurisic wasn't looking and gave it right back to Martelis. Wada couldn't finish, out of bounds. They say off of Murray. Martelis to inbound. Beck, who just checked in, gets it. Pull up, back of the iron, and that ball falls to to Chrisman. Now Wall Jasper will bring it up the floors. We're midway through our second quarter. It's been an 11-0 run by the Murray Spartans. It's 28-17, led by Dickerson. As a foul here called on Beck on the entry pass, his first. Three-pointer, Chrisman. Murray is feeling it from long range tonight. Chrisman with his second three ball of the night. Dickerson forces the turnover. It's a 2-touchdown lead. Jones left alone. And it was blocked away, maybe by that guy right there. Beck coming up with the board. It's Martelis. Bringing up the floor quickly. Baez trying to answer from distance. Rims out on him. A loose ball here. Out of bounds off Murray. Ishaya Wada checks in for Kearns, and Coach Workman letting the officials know that that's twice that the ball's been knocked out off of Kearns and given to him. And that one again looked like that was the case. Pull up for Kuath. No good. Wall Jasper with the board. Murray has had a propensity at times this season to go cold. Right now it's the Cougars who have gone cold. They've not scored in 4 minutes as Jones inside going up. Blocked away again. And it's Kuath who recovers the basketball. It's the third or fourth block by Kuath. Here we're still in the first half as Buba able to just get that one over the front of the rim, and that ends a long scoring drought. It was a 14-0 run put on by the Spartans until Buba put an end to it right there. 2.5 left here in the opening half, 31-19. Jones in the post. Now looking for somewhere to go. He'll get it to Wall Jasper. Dickerson, the floater in the lane. Zach Dickerson is taking this game over. The Murray students letting him know he's unstoppable. You saw that pump fake, and it required that defense to collapse and just left the lane open as Martelis makes a nice save. Pull up from Buba, no good, and the board to Hodges. Dribbling through all sorts of traffic, and then that ball kicked by Martelis. They'll bring it back, and it'll be Spartan ball. Minute 45 left here in the opening half. Chrisman up top with Hodges. Dickerson. Buba came out to play defense on him. Three-pointer from the corner by Chrisman, no good. And Kearns. Martelis sizing up the defense here. Gets it over to Hernandez. Tough shot. Wouldn't go for him. And it's Kuath with the board and then turns it over as he was trying to outlet it to Martelis. Wall Jasper to finish. And the foul. Bucket is good. Wall Jasper to the line. It's a 19-2 run put on by Murray as we have 1 minute left here in the opening half. Kearns has really struggled to find offense. Hernandez back over to Wada, who has yet to score in this ball game. Buba will hand off to Martelis. Not much room for Martelis to drive. Tried to get it to Wada, and that pass was too hot. Tutu Majak checks in for Kearns. Zvaez going to check back in at the next whistle, if there is one. Clock is down to 35. Lawrence dribbling it out. Would not be surprised to see Murray hold for a last shot, especially with a 17-point lead. Dickerson, kick out. Other plans, Jurisic, and he missed everything on that three-point try. So Baez does get a chance to finish out the half as we're inside of 20 seconds left. Now Kearns will look to hold for that last shot, you gotta believe. Baez defended by Hodges, screen come up by Kuath, and it's turned over. Hodges looking up at the clock. Outside, Lawrence for three, good at the horn. Josh Lawrence has done that before. A three-pointer to close out the half, and it's a 39-19 Spartan lead at halftime. Murray closed the first half on a 22-2 run. They lead 39-19 over the Kearns Cougars to start the second half. Chrisman up top with Hodges. Dickerson with a cut away from the ball baseline. Closed off well by Kuath. Chrisman for three. Ball batted out right to Wall Jasper. Poked away by Martelis, though Wall Jasper able to recover to keep the possession here for Murray. Hodges being defended by Buba. Now over to Wall Jasper again. Straight away, Martelis giving him the drive. Great pass over to Jones, and Jones is fouled. No, he walked with it. Braxton Jones, they call it travel. So that would be Kuath again, getting that big paw on the ball and forcing another turnover. Hernandez. High screen. Hernandez now looking to drive in the paint. Going glass, Mikey Hernandez. Now with 4 points. Dickerson, another long three-point try. Left it short. Wall Jasper able to track down the board. Chrisman, a corner three. Wouldn't drop for Peyton Chrisman. He's had a tough night shooting the long ball. Hernandez up the other way. Again looking to drive, and it's Dickerson who knocks it away, though it will stay here with Kearns. Buba. Jones stepped up to take away the drive. Now Wada passes back to Hernandez. Murray's done a great job extending the defense, taking away the triple as a drive here by Buba. Tried to deflect it off of Jones, but it went to Hodges, and now Murray pushing it the other way. Chrisman going to take a step inside. Dickerson now driving, floats it up, and that one rimmed out on Zach Dickerson. He's hit that shot already earlier. As a long pass to Kuath, and Jones going to pick up the foul. Foul was on the floor as Martelis will inbound baseline. Again, Wall Jasper right with him. Kuath, and another foul. I think this will go against Jones again, as he's picked up 2 quick ones. That's his third personal. Jurisic will check in for Braxton Jones. Again, just picking up his third. Hernandez, again an entry to Kuath. Hodges able to knock it away, though. Buba kept the possession. Martelis. Now it's Wada with a baseline drive, and a foul on the floor. I think this will go against Hodges. It will. That is his first. Cross-court pass, and it's Dickerson able to pick it off. Nice hesitation. And they've got a foul here called on Hernandez. And it will be the first personal on Mikey Hernandez. Inbounded to Chrisman. Immediately takes that three, and no good. And it's Hodges who gets it. Goaltend call there easily, as Hodges will be awarded the bucket. Martelly's now pushing, picking up the pace here. Is trying to step through, was Wada. Instead, he turned it over. And now Murray pushing things the other way. Another long three by Dickerson in front of the iron. That is knocked out of bounds off of Kearns. That stays here. Inbounded to Chrisman. Pass along the baseline with Hodges. Dickerson was alone outside. As a foul inside here called against Kearns. No foul on the plays. It's inbounded to Dickerson. Another floater that Kuath partially blocked. Floated up the other way, and an offensive foul called on Journey Buba. That is the third personal on him. Valles and Beck both checking in for Kearns. For Wada and Buba, they've had tough nights tonight for Coach Cosby. Couple athletic kids that just have not gotten in the rhythm of this ball game. Buba has 4 points. Wada has yet to score. As Dickerson a drive and kick to Waljasper. Baseline jumper, no good. Kuath with the board. He's been great tonight on the glass. It's been a tough night offensively for Kearns, even with his rebounding ability. Hernandez looking to drive, baseline. Dickerson there defensively, and I think we have a foul call. Yes, we do, as Hernandez will head to the line to shoot a pair as Dickerson picks up his first personal. Hernandez at the line. Again, he makes them both. And he now leads Kearns with 6 points. We talked about the offensive struggles. He has 6. Martelly's and Kuath both with 5. High post, Jurisic. Nice job over to Chrisman. Ball blocked away, maybe passed away to Jurisic. As Kuath coming up with another board. Screen for Hernandez set by Beck. As now Kearns will operate out of the set. Valles, a drive. And it's going to be a foul here called on Chrisman as Valles was trying to get to the glass. It will be the first foul on Peyton Chrisman. Beck from close, blocked away by Hodges. And then he comes up with it, and it's Chrisman looking to finish, and he missed the dunk. And then we've got a foul on the floor as Chrisman frustrated with himself. Kuath came back to make it tough. In complete fairness, but a foul here going to be picked up by Martelly's, his second. It was 5'11" jumping in Chrisman. Impressive hops. It's Waljasper, great crossover. But then the lane clogged up by Kuath, nearly turned over. Instead, it's Waljasper over to Jurisic. Pump fake, opens up the driving lane, and then shot it long. Now Valles down the other way for Kearns. How about that bounce pass to Beck that wouldn't go down for Nick Beck. And it's Murray now up the other way as we're approaching 3:15 left here in the third. Dickerson with a fancy ball handling and a timeout taken by Coach Workman for the Spartans. Dickerson. Back up top with Waljasper. Chrisman, a drive and kick baseline, extra pass to Waljasper for 3. That shot missed, but it's Jurisic keeping it alive. Hernandez now poking it away, looking to finish on the other end, and the foul, count the bucket. As Waljasper will pick up his second personal, the bucket good for Hernandez as he heads back to the free throw line. Lawrence checks in for Jurisic as Hernandez at the line makes good on the free throw. Mikey Hernandez has all 7 points for the Cougars here in the third quarter. Lawrence in the corner, back up top, ball worked around to Hodges. Now he's looking to drive. Tough shot in the key. Not for A.J. Hodges, as he has all 4 points for the Murray Spartans here in the third quarter. All that offense in the second quarter we've seen kind of evaporate here in the third. Hernandez kick out. Martelly squares up the 3, and it goes down for Taylor Martelly's. Mentioned his ability to shoot the three ball. He hasn't taken many of them tonight. Is that ball thrown away by Murray? Marchalis may be the guy that if you're Kearns, you try to get going here in the third, could use his long balls. You try to claw back. It's down to a 14-point deficit. Hernandez, another nice drive and finish at the glass for Mikey Hernandez. He has 9 points in the third quarter, 11 in the game is Dickerson. And it's poked away by guess who? Marchalis up ahead trying to track it down. He will, and then throws it off of Lawrence to keep the possession. Marchalis, beautiful inbound pass to Kuath. And Kuath now with 7. Easy when you've got 6-7 in the paint. Great recognition by Marchalis, and Kuath able to finish. Dickerson with it on the other end for Murray. Lawrence, the kick, Dickerson for 3. No good, and the foul called here on Kuath. And Zach Dickerson, a 74% free throw shooter, will now head to the line to shoot 3. Dickerson at the line, good on all 3 free throws. 15 now for Zach Dickerson, 46-33. It was a 20-point lead at half. Kearns got it down to 10 as Hernandez driving again, going glass. That time too strong as it's batted out of bounds. They say off Murray again. Marchalis inbounds to Buba, gives it back to him. Skip pass over to Hernandez. Lawrence there to close off the driving lane now. Pull up from Hernandez, no good. Chrisman down the other way. Hodges, he's going to try the three-pointer. A.J. Hodges once again. His third made triple tonight. Marchalis, great hesitation. And then the foul coming down was Chrisman on the help D against Buba. Chrisman picks up the foul, and Buba will shoot 2. Wada and Majok both check back in for Kearns as Buba at the line missed them both. Dickerson with the board, and then that ball deflected out off of Kearns. Mentioned the lead was chipped down to 10. It's back up to 16 after the 3 free throws by Dickerson. And Hodges on the made 3. Now Lawrence going to try a triple. Front of the iron. Hodges trying to tip it to himself. Instead did so to Marchalis as he looks to lead the break for Kearns. Wada gives it back to him. Now Valles will step into a 3. Good for Nick Valles. His second made three-pointer of the night. 6 points for Valles as it's down to 13. The clock at 6 seconds left as Kearns putting on some pressure. Dickerson dribbling through, 2 seconds left. He's going to have a chance to get it off. He does, but it just rolled off the rim. And we've got a foul called late, actually. Going to go against Majok. And so we'll have 2 free throws to end out the quarter for Dickerson. Dickerson missed both free throws to end the third quarter. And it's 49-36 as we start the fourth. Hernandez driving. That was a good play for him in the third. Now Valles trying to do the same. Tough shot that goes down for Valles. That's an impressive take. It's 49-38 as Kearns again extending the pressure here. As they trail now by 11. Over to Waljasper. Hodges up top. Hernandez had 9 points in the third. He leads scoring for Kearns with 11. 8 for Marchalis. Meanwhile, for Murray, it's been the Hodges and Dickerson show with 17 and 15 respectively. Waljasper defended by Buba. Poked away, and then a foul called here on Buba. It will be the 4th personal on Journey. Hodges to inbound for the Spartans, does so to Dickerson. Important possession here defensively for Kearns as they are just hanging in this ball game. Pull up from Hodges, no good. Ball tipped to him. Underneath to Jurisic, and it's Hernandez who swats it away. 7 minutes left. Ball thrown up to Chrisman, nearly intercepted. He's going to try for 3, front of the iron. And now it's Hernandez pushing things up for Kearns. Mikey Hernandez, the step through, kick out to Marchalis for 3. Back of the iron. Buba couldn't save it. It will be Murray basketball. Well, that would have been a big three-pointer from Martelis, as it is still an 11-point lead, 49-38. As Murray tries to break this press, put on. They do. Waljasper step up from just a step inside the arc. And that rimmed out on Waljasper. He's a good shooter. Waljasper, 55% coming in. That one should have gone down for the senior. Hernandez looking for some help from Valles. Gives it back to him. Valles for three again. Tipped up, and Jurisic comes down with the board. Waljasper. Hodges up top. Inside of 6 minutes to play here. Nice find underneath to Jurisic, though Kuath right there. Pull up. Good for Waljasper. Mentioned in our open, he averages over 11, just 6 points tonight for Waljasper. It's a nice bucket off the pull up there. Hernandez up top. Screen for Valles. Pull up three. That shot no good, and Waljasper with the rebound for Murray. And then he dribbled it out off of himself, turned over to Kearns. And it's turned over to Hodges now. And now we've got an intentional foul. Yep, going to be called on Hernandez. He was trying to go for the ball. Knew he didn't have it and wrapped up Hodges, and you see him give him a tap there. No harm, but certainly a foul. And Hodges missed both free throws, though it's still Murray ball off the intentional foul. It was the second foul on Hernandez. Hodges a 73% free throw shooter. So we've seen a couple really good free throw shooters struggle at the line here in the last couple of minutes for Murray, as we have 5 minutes left here. Still 51-38, Spartan advantage. Hodges, three-pointer. Good, A.J. Hodges. 20 points now for the senior Hodges. As he did that with a man right in his face. Valles. You know he'd love to answer. Instead gives it up to Hernandez. Looking to drive again. Left it short. There's Kuath for the putback. And it's 54-40. Dickerson with the lob, and it's Kuath able to break it up. And then Hernandez gave it right back to Jurisic. Now he stepped across the boundary line, and now we've, again, things getting a little chippy here as officials will step in. Hernandez to inbound, does so to Valles. Kuath with the screen, and tripped up was Hernandez. Jurisic came over. Mikey Hernandez at the line, shooting 1-1, and he made the first, though the second one was too long. Rebounded by Martelis. Now Valles for three. And the Kearns Cougars, they're not done yet. 54-44 as we've got 4 minutes left, and needing a big defensive effort here is Coach Cosby trying to get his kids to pick it up defensively. And we mentioned Martelis, his ability to create steals. We've seen good rebounding. No rebounding there is Hodges with the step-back jumper. That kid has been fantastic tonight for Coach Workman. Valles with another three. And it's Dickerson with the board for Murray. Now 4 Cougars around him, able to pass out of it, and a lot of numbers for Murray the other way. And that ball batted out off of Valles as he was able to recover defensively. Inbounded to Chrisman, back to Hodges. Waljasper. Jurisic passes back out to Hodges. Murray content to take time off. Kearns has shown that ability to make runs, and Coach Workman doesn't want any more runs in this one. And a foul here. They're going to foul Jurisic and send him to the line. And it's Kuath with the rebound off the miss. Hernandez, boy, nearly traveled with it. Instead, Valles will take the three and hit it. Again, Valles coming alive, 8 points here in the quarter, 56-47. As a foul call here on Valles as he was going for the steal. It will be his first. Wall Jasper at the line, goes 1 of 2. The ball being batted around, and it's Kearns that comes down with it. Marteles back to Valles. He's been hot, still feeling it. 11 points in the quarter and a timeout by Kearns as they've whittled it down. 57-50. The Cougars are still alive. Valles now with 17 points. As the ball thrown over the defense. Great pass from Hodges to get it to Dickerson after Wada, who was step for step with Dickerson inside of 220. Hodges defended by Hernandez. Dribbles right past him. No one with the help D, and Hodges missed the lay-in. Wow. And on the other end, it's Booba left alone. 57-52. The Kearns faithful are yelling as it's nearly given up. And now a foul called here on Hernandez as Jurisic, boy, should have left him there, was trapped right at half court. Kuath checks back in for Kearns as Jurisic at the line goes 1 of 2. 58-52, 150 left. Hernandez looking to drive. Dickerson with him there defensively. Tough shot, doesn't matter. Mikey Hernandez. The lead down to 4. You need calm. You need Wall Jasper as he gets it up to Dickerson. He's going to dribble it out. Boy, Marteles was coming down. Now Hernandez going to pick up the foul as he was reaching back across the head, and that's the 4th personal on Mikey Hernandez. Dickerson at the free throw line, makes them both. The first one wasn't real confident. The second one was 60-54. Hernandez over to Marteles. Thought about the 3. Lobbed inside, and a foul called on the help D on Lawrence as it will be Kuath to the line to shoot 1 and 1. Front end of the 1 and 1 for Kuath. Missed it. And it's Hodges with the board. Wall Jasper. Wow, nice job bringing that pass in. Trapped. Gets it over to Chrisman. So we're approaching 1 minute left. Murray, quick ball movement. Hodges. Over to Dickerson. Gonna have to foul one of these Murray Spartans. Chrisman driving, and there it is as Kuath will get Chrisman with 45 seconds left. Chrisman to the line to shoot 2, and a good free throw shooter. 3rd on Kuath at the line. Chrisman makes them both. 10 points now for Chrisman. 40 seconds left. The lead is 8. Need points in a hurry for Kearns. Valles nearly turned it over, able to save it. Now Marteles. Got to get points here. Too much time coming off the clock. Marteles driving left-handed, and that one wouldn't go down. He was trying to draw the foul. As the foul is given on Lawrence. Coach Cosby furious. Wanted help from the officials. Probably should have got it. As Lawrence to the line as Kuath picks up his 4th. Lawrence at the line. Makes them both. The lead back to 10. The free throw shooting was iffy to end the 3rd and start the 4th. Valles. How about that 3-pointer from long range? 14 points in the quarter by Valles, and a timeout taken by Kearns. Want to finish that thought from before the Valles 3. The free throw shooting for Murray's come on well late. As they get it into Lawrence, and they have to foul him immediately. It's Hernandez. That's the 5th on Mikey Hernandez. He has now fouled out with 14 points on the night. Lawrence at the line. Good on both. The free throw shooting has sealed it. Marteles got Hodges in the air. Step back 3 now for Marteles. No good. Chrisman with the board. And they will foul him with 3.8 left. Chrisman at the line makes them both. Valles will have a chance at the horn. It won't matter. Final 68-57. The Spartans withstand a furious Kearns rally to come away with the Region 6 win. We knew this would be a good one. What a game it was here tonight at Murray High School, hosting the Kearns Cougars. And, Murray, they got off to a great start tonight, came out of the gates early, 10-0. Just 2 minutes into this ball game, Coach Workman had his kids playing great, ready to go were the Spartans. But these Kearns Cougars, this is a team that they lost a lot of starters off that team that made that run to the state championship game. They have some experience, and that experience paid through. They hung in there, came back. It was a nice run to finish off that first quarter for the Kearns Cougars. They would go on a 13-7 run to get back in this one. It's 17-13 at the end of one. Second quarter we go, and 4 quick points for Kearns. We're tied up at 17 after they trailed by 10. Look out, we've got ourselves a ball game. Well, then came Murray and Zach Dickerson. Look out for Dickerson. The second quarter, he absolutely went off. Zach finished with 10 points in the second quarter alone. He hit 2 big 3-pointers, had a nice floater as well. It would spark a 22-2 run by the Murray Spartans to close out the first half. This ball game's over, right? No needs to stick around. In the third quarter, that lead would maintain. Kearns made a nice push late, and it was Mikey Hernandez making big plays, had some nice and-one situations, trips to the line, making points, able to come back, get it to within 12 as we head to the fourth quarter. And in the fourth, Kearns kept coming. This time it would be Nick Valles, the kid who's led him in scoring all year long. He hit 4 3-pointers in the fourth quarter alone, 14 points in the quarter. He finished with a game-high 20 for the Kearns Cougars. They would claw back to within 4. It's 58-54. And then Coach Workman, you got to give a lot of credit to the Murray Spartans. Trips to the free throw line were huge. A big 3-pointer by A.J. Hodges in that fourth quarter as Murray would hang on by the hair on their chinny chin. Well, they'd push the lead back up to double digits, would win by double digits here tonight. A nice win for them as they remain within 1 game of the Olympus Titans here in Region 7. Wow, what did we learn tonight? Chrisman had a tough night shooting the basketball, got off to a good start, but in the second half, he struggled. Hodges and Dickerson were there to back him up. They played fantastic, finishing with 22 and 17 points, respectively. Hodges and Dickerson, fantastic night for them, helping to carry the load when Chrisman struggled a little bit. He finished with 8. For the Kearns Cougars, this is a team with a lot of fight in them. You gotta love that if you're Coach Cosby, if you're a Kearns fan. They were down by 20. This game was over, clawed back to within 4, just couldn't get the plays made late when they needed them to get back to make this a ball game to get the W. But a lot of pride shown here tonight by the Kearns Cougars, even though they end up dropping this one 68-57. Well, we want to thank you for joining us on this edition of High School Rewind. It's come time for us to announce our player of the game. We're going to give it to A.J. Hodges. He had a fantastic night tonight, scoring the basketball. Mentioned 22 points, some big 3-pointers. He had some shots that he'll be thinking about tonight when he lays his head on the pillow. But A.J. Hodges led the way for Murray tonight. A big win for them as they remain, again, within that 1 game, improving to 5-1 here in region play. Well, again, thank you for joining us on this edition of High School Rewind. It's been our privilege to bring it to you for Vince Francis. My name is Dane Stewart. We'll see you next time.